3, 2,
All right,
1.
what's going on? Oh my God. Damn it. Right in the middle of it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Negro Rifle Podcast. I'm your co-host, part of the I-70 Connect crew, the KC Store. I got my man in Topeka, my homeboy, 30 pieces of 8. What's going on, man?
What's
As
going
you
on?
as you talk all over the motherfucking intro.
One day we'll figure it out, bro.
No,
One day
no, leave that shit in too.
One day, what's going on, world? Our 15 followers as of today.
You keep a track?
I'm keeping track. You know what I mean? You know, this is 30 pieces of silver. The AG again is the periodic table symbol for silver again. All right. No, man, everything's good, man. Topeka, you know, had a couple of days to kind of think about a couple of things. I knew I needed to. I know me and you will kind of exchange some text messages and some tweets and stuff like that. You know, there's a certain way I feel about things. I know you have an opinion and you have some feelings about what's been going on. And knowing you, I always kind of want to know what your take is on this because if I feel a certain way, I know it affect not necessarily that it affected you because you know you're black and we're both minorities, but
Yeah.
I can't sit here and say that I completely understand what the black race goes through because what the Hispanic community and the black community experience are similar, but they're not the same. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So I want to be cautious about that. I don't want to say like, yo, I understand exactly what you guys are going through. This is BS. And, you know, so I think that'll be real insensitive of me to do that. But like I said, man, I always wanted to see what your take was on, you know, or what, you know, you might not even have a take. You may just have like,
yeah. I don't want to call it a take. Hold on. What? Yes, sir. Okay. Sorry. I don't want to call it a take. It's just how I feel. You said something as far as like what's been the past week, what's been going on. But the thing is, it's been going on since the inception of, you know, so-called police departments. You know, we started off as, for the most part, groups of white men who were, when we say not drafted, who were put on payroll to go about the countryside and collect the Negroes, take them back down to the South, whether they be free or not. Basically, they got a Negro and took them back there. You know, I know some people are going to debate that's not really technically true. Yeah, whatever the fuck. There is some basis of that. You can go in your history book, but of course, our history books don't deal with that. They don't deal with slavery. They don't deal with anything. They tell you that Martin Luther King was the only good nigga that ever did anything for the black community. But I'm getting off point. So back to this past week. I mean, it's been hard, man. Just you know, just more. I hate just saying black men because, like you said, there was also I believe a Hispanic brother whose life was taken too this past week or the other week. There was a one who's white, is biracial. Dylan, I forget his last name. Or Dylan, how you want to pronounce it. His life was taken too. Women, black women, you know, falling hands to this shit, man. And I mean, the shit is just getting so old, man. 2016, man, and motherfuckers can't even feel safe in their own communities. I mean, what's that all about? What we supposed to do, man? And then you say take pride in your community. You say defend your community. So when we defend our communities, now we thugs. Now we motherfucking criminals. Just because you got a badge, I'm supposed to let you do whatever the fuck you want to me? Is that what we do in America? I mean, you got a man. Speaking of, I'm gonna probably murder his name. Philando Castillo.
I think everybody's like butchered.
But that last name is Castillo, though, right? I got that part right, I believe. You talking about a man in a car with his, I don't know, his wife, his girlfriend. It could be his fucking cousin, in a child, his child, in a car, and you just firing shots into that motherfucker? Is that what we doing at the local PD academy? We training your ass to just my tax dollars are going to you executing people of color. I say people of color because it ain't just black folks. You know what I'm saying? Like you said before, it ain't just Hispanics. You know, uh, uh, these Pakistanis. They think all Pakistanis are from fucking Muslims from the Middle East. It's we all getting fired upon, and the shit is so old. It's so motherfucking old, dog. I mean, I may not be making sense, man. Like I said, I've been cool, but just the shit is just getting past. It's and now you got the president went down to Dallas, because and of course, my heart goes out to those police officers who lost their lives. But you know what? My heart also goes out to the 500 plus motherfuckers who have died at the hands of the police. I don't see no motherfucking memorials for them people. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Nah, yeah, man. I mean, I think that's why I wanted to, when everything went down with it in Dallas, man, it kind of sucks because, I was watching when we were recording our last episode. I mean, I think we were recording it, and I stayed up kind of late, kind of working on a couple of things. And then when I went to go to bed, that's when I started, I got on Twitter, checked social media or whatever. And then all of a sudden this video starts popping up. And I'm not going to lie, man. I saw the video and I was like, this cannot be real. Like, honestly, like, I got chills. I mean, one thing is to say, you've been over there. We're both veterans. You're still serving. I'm already out. But we're both veterans and we've both been deployed. And anybody that's been deployed or as a civilian, as a contractor, or as a service member of the armed forces of any country, you kind of witness and experience different things. The civilian that's right next to you is gonna be experiencing different things than what the service member is gonna be, the one in uniform is gonna be experiencing. But I couldn't help but I got chills when I saw the video, and I really couldn't believe what I was watching, man.
Which one are you talking about? The one with
That was the Baton Rouge kid. I don't know the name. Alton Sterling.
Alton Sterling, yeah.
Yeah, Sterling, and and again, and I think we discussed this over in a couple of episodes, and sometimes we have like a knee-jerk reaction, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to avoid from doing. I didn't want to be like, oh man, this is something like BS, and I don't want to, I didn't want to bash on the cops and this and that because again, we're getting a snippet. We are getting a snippet of the video, even if you're taking it on, even if you're recording it. Excuse me, even if you're recording it on your phone, you can't share. Like if the video is too big, you can't share it right away. So you have to like do some editing or whatnot. But so we got a snippet of this. So I don't know what happened before. I don't know what happened after. I mean, I don't know what happened immediately before, and I don't know what happened immediately after. You know what I mean? Because the video cut. But I know what happened in the middle. So now, to me, in my bed, I'm laying and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I'm like starting to feel genuinely fearful. And I'm in my bed. I'm in a safe place that I believe I'm in a safe place, right? In a presumed safe place. Yet I'm looking at this video. I'm getting chills like through my body, and my wife is like snoring next to me. My son's in the other room sleeping, and I can't think. Like all I could think about was like, yo, this is not real. Like I this has to be. I hope this comes back and says like this was staged, and that this wasn't real. That what I just saw was not like a real cop, a real situation, in other words, and
right.
real bullets that went through that man's head, bro. I was fearful of that because not of. I mean, what happened? It's an execution, bro. I mean, it's an execution. I mean, I don't know how else. I know we're talking about ISIS and we joked about it or whatnot, but if you want to if you don't want to start using terrorists, like the kid or the vet or the ex-veteran, Army veteran, whatever, reservist from Dallas, the shooter, and if we want to start using the word terrorist here on our homeland, and start calling certain, I don't know, certain groups, like, because I believe that's what's going to end up happening if this movement with all Black Lives Matters or Black Lives Matter or All Lives Matter, these groups are going to start being singled out or being labeled as, I hate to say this, but I think eventually we're leading down the road that they're going to be labeled terrorists, and then terrorist organization, or they're going to be on the watch list. You know what I mean?
But you already look at it now, man, with some of the propaganda you see on Facebook, Twitter, all social media, man. People are really, really going out of their way to equate, and Black Lives Matter. That's just overall and branching, encompassing theme that covers a whole group of people who will tell you we're not Black Lives Matter movement, but for the efficiency or to make it easier for news people to cover it, it just Black Lives Matter. That's first and foremost. It's just a blanket term that people use to cover, and it always happens. Niggas always get clumped together. Motherfuckers don't take the time to research our shit to see, like, no, it's more than Black Lives Matter. It's Black Liberation Movement. Black Lives Matter. There's I forget the guy DeRay who just got arrested. Real popular on social media. A lot of things as far as when when Ferguson kicked off. Putting that shit out, into Twitter. He also got a girl he messed with, Netta. I should say girl, woman he fucked with named Netta. She does a lot of shit, and they'll tell you not Black Lives Matter, but that shit all gets grouped in together. So that's first off. But you see people trying to make this push to equate that shit to the KKK, my nigga. They trying to equate Black Lives. I see the memes. I see the memes. I'm like, wait a minute. You talking about a group of white men and women who was hanging niggas, lynching, hanging, hating on Jews. And I believe a certain sect of them hated on the Irish just because they weren't true Christians with their Catholic beliefs. All this shit. And you equating the Black Lives Matter movement to that shit because we just want to make it home, dog. I just want to make it home.
Yeah, man, that's what
I'm for real. I mean, it's like now a cop pull up behind me, nigga. I'm like, I gotta have my hands on the twos and tens, nigga. I'm looking straight ahead. I can't look behind me because I look nervous, And then like, it's just crazy. I should not, nigga. I have been deployed 3 times. I have given life and limb and some of my sanity to this country, dog. There's no fucking way I should be fearful when I drive around 5 minutes from my house, nigga, and I'm scared, dog. I'm scared sometimes.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, man. I think it was just weird, man, because I was in my bed, and like I said, I was watching that video, and I really couldn't believe what I was watching, man. I was like, and I was kind of tired too, and I was like, man, please don't let nothing come of this. If something turns out, whatever, then hopefully in the morning things starts to get cleared up, and maybe we have like a misunderstanding. I even told my wife, because I think it was like a couple, because I didn't hear nothing right away. Because I mean, I don't really like watching news, and I don't really like reading news, local news. I stay away from that stuff, just because, man, I got an hour's drive to work, and I like listening to our podcast. I like listening to other people's podcasts or music. I mean, I try to avoid external problems, I guess, because that's what's in the news. And I already got a lot of stuff in my mind that I got to worry about. I don't need to worry about, and I know that's probably sounds selfish what I'm about to say, but I don't need to worry about the next nigga though. You know what I mean? Like I got enough problems to take care of my own, man, and I don't really need to hear somebody else's problem or what's going on. And I know that's selfish, man, but
But you gotta take care of yourself too, though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel, but anyway, so I think we got to dinner time. I got home and my wife was going through her phone, and I don't think she realized what was going on. And like I said, I tuned it out. Even on Twitter, I tuned it out for a little bit. Then I came back on it because I know the black guy who tips, Rod and Karen, were gonna touch on it. So I figured I'll listen to a couple people's take on it and see what, kind of make up my mind about it. But I didn't want to kind of jump the gun, so to speak. But anyway, man, so we're at the dinner table, and my wife was like, "Hey, man, what's going on with this? What's going on in Baton Rouge?" Because at that time it was like Baton Rouge, and then the Minnesota shooting happened. Like the next day, bro. I think that happened.
Yeah,
and then I think that was in the morning. I think like just before lunchtime or something like that. That video went up or something, and then I think later on in the evening, something happened in I want to say California. There was a lighter skin. I don't know if it was a white guy or if it was a mixer or whatnot, or a Hispanic guy that he got pulled over.
The Dylan guy,
the pickup truck, and he got shot. And then I'm like, yo, no. I mean, part of it is like this. We have the means of putting. So the more technology we have, the more access we have to information out there, and the easier we can share information, right, with each other. So, I think it's kind of like we're in the age that we're gonna see it more because we can broadcast and we can share it faster. I don't need to watch the news to get an unfiltered video or a censored video. I don't need that. I don't need to get a censored or filtered news outlet giving me a story that's happening maybe 5-10 minutes ago, or sometimes during Periscope, some people live broadcast that stuff, But anyway, so we're there, and my wife and I'm like, she's reading about what's going on in Minnesota, what happened in Minnesota, and I'm like, yeah, but did you? And I told her, did you not see what happened in Baton Rouge? She was like, no, I'm like, and I get it because she's works 12 hours. The last thing she wants to do is get on social media and read and worry about other stuff. So I showed her the video because I had it saved. I had it saved on my Twitter timeline. I favorited the video, and I went ahead and I let her see it, and I said, this is gruesome. This is going to be an unedited version. This is one of the first videos that came out. So what you're about to see is really, it's
raw.
It's raw. You know what I mean? So, and I showed it to her, and she you could see that it got chills on her. It's like, I was like, yeah, I mean, and I told her, I was like, yo, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of this. What's gonna happen after this?
But hold on, mate. Look at that video though. You know what it looked like though? It looked like some shit from the 50s and the 60s, dog. When the motherfucking cops was out there putting them dogs on us and just beating us in broad daylight without a fucking care in the world because nobody was gonna do shit to them. That's exactly what that shit looked like, bro.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff that we read. We read about in school. I mean, granted, I read about that kind of stuff because I know this is hard to imagine, America, but I was in a gifted class, I was in advanced courses, and yes, I was there with a bunch of Hispanics as well. I wasn't the only Hispanic, and we learned ourselves about.
Hey man, special ed don't mean gifted. You know that,
right? Funny though. What's funny though is so you have I don't know what you guys call it. We call it ESE or ESO, and so you had ESO on this side, 1, and ESO ESE 2, and even though you're in a special program, 1 is for no offense.
Yeah, come on, man. How you go?
And then the other one is but for the smart ones or whatever. But I was on the smart side. I was in you know what I mean? But whatever.
All right. Come on, nigga. Hey, get back focused, dog. That's been the one thing people talk about. We're going on tangents, nigga. Where are we going, nigga?
But anyway, so I was getting. But let's go back to the video. So yeah, she saw the video, and like I said, my wife rarely reacts to things, and I know it probably didn't hit her right away. But I know we talked about it a couple of days, and especially when the shooting happened in DC. I mean, not DC, Dallas, as it was going on. I mean, all that stuff kind of came full circle. It's like, we as outsiders like to put that, when we treat it as news. That's what I mean. I know
Right.
there's movements, but we treat it as news. It's like it's here now. You savor in it, and then move on to the next thing, right? So for us on the outside, we kind of like started to I know it sucks, but we put it to the side already. I know, so a lot of people are gonna not agree with that, but that's what we did, and we treated it just like news. And I know that's sad, and I know better now.
Well, not so much know better now, man. I think once again though, it's like because like even me, man, I like for the most, I avoided that video for like 3 or 4 days. I was doing my best, and somebody, and I forgot to turn off. During these times when I usually turn off my autoplay function shit on my Twitter app, but somebody posted that shit, dog, and we briefly talked about the shit that kicked off at Fort Hood, man, but yeah, man, I was fucked up for a minute, man. That shit brought me back to told you we had Captain Gaffney, that motherfucker, man, that man took like 4 or 5 rounds to the chest, dog. I watched that man die. You know what I'm saying? I watched that man die on the ground, couldn't do shit, dog. And you sitting there watching this black man who was just selling fucking CDs, you know what I'm saying? Selling CDs, getting his hustle on in front of a gas station where the person who owned the gas station gave no fucks if he was there or not. And the cops received a report that he pulled a gun on somebody. And they just roll up on this motherfucker like he's a fucking wild animal. I mean, it's like damn, what we gotta do? Then when we motherfucker, once again, like I said, when we clap back, when we treat us like animals, when we clap back like animals, then what? Then it's like, and I'm not, if whoever, if it was that guy, we can get to a whole bunch of different theories on who that killer was, because we rolling in robots to blow up niggas now who are suspected terrorists. That's how we handle this shit now. Well, I'm supposed to believe and trust what the police say, right? I can't even, my boys, well, my oldest boy, mine, he know what's up. But my young boy, my middle boys, Grant don't count. As long as you feed him, he'll love you. But my middle boys, they right there where they see the ugliness. They see the hatred that America has for them. And what am I supposed to tell them, man? What am I supposed to do? I want them to respect the law, respect the cops. Because fuck, both of my parents were cops. You looking at someone who ate every day, who lived good for the most part, who had a nice childhood due to the fact that both his parents were cops. So I ain't just like, no fuck cop shit, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for cops. But somehow, some way, both of my parents who were cops found a way not to shoot no unarmed motherfuckers in the back, in the chest, in the head during the crack era, bro. The crack era in Kansas City wasn't no joke. And they found a way not to do it. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, the shit it just pissing me off, bro.
Yeah, but that's, like I said, that's why I wanted to. I think you were like the first person. I think we were in the group that we're discussing with my brother, like going over the podcast, and we're talking about a couple of things. But
everybody's saying the same thing. This shit can't be real.
Right. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I don't want to make it sound like, yo, I understand what's going on in the black community, because like I really don't. Like I really don't. I'm not even going to pretend like I do. Sometimes I don't even know what's going on in the Hispanic community. There's some things that I read about and hear about, and I'm like, yo, that's still going on. So I could only imagine, like on your side, like I could only imagine like how that might feel, dog. And I know that if I felt, I told you, I think I sent it to you in a text message, bro. I the next day, man, it just, luckily I worked from home the next day, and I actually, I put in some leave, bro, because I couldn't focus. Bro, on a lot of things, and I also deal with PTSD stuff, and the way it manifests with me is a little bit different than and that's another thing. For any listeners out there, we'll touch on. I know I will discuss this at another time, and this is for another episode. But PTSD is the general term. Okay, how it manifests on different people, how it affects different people, it affects them differently. So there's not a cookie cutter treatment. And I applaud the Veteran Administration, Veteran VA, Department of VA, who I work for as well. I like that they shifted.
Same as love.
Yeah, that they shifted their practice with this and changed it, and instead of like giving a cookie cutter treatment for everybody, we are now looking at the patient and looking at, hey, how can we help you? You tell us what we need to do, and I like that approach. But anyway, so that's for another time. So there's certain things I have to do, and there's certain exercises and things that I gotta go through to get that out of my mind, to kind of regain focus or whatever. And I couldn't, man. I couldn't kick it. I took some medicine. I couldn't kick it, and ultimately I just I put in some leave at work. Came home, mow the yard, kind of clear my mind. That's part of my therapy as well. Listening to my music and everything. But I went to go pick up my son from daycare earlier. I didn't pick him up right away because I was like, yo, I'm not going to let him. I know he's only like 19 months, but I'm not going to let him see me like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fair for him. But anyway, and so I went and I picked once I settled down and whatever, got kind of back to normal, whatever. I went to go pick him up, bro, and we came inside, and I didn't think of, and I usually just put like a cartoon movie on for him, and we'll watch it together, whatever. And normally sits on my lap, but this time, bro, I just looked at him at the top of it I looked at the top of his head, and I just held him really, really tight, bro. And I went back to, and because I went back to how I was feeling the night before when I first watched the video, and I just, like, as I was thinking simultaneously, like, I could feel my arm get, kind of squeeze him a little bit tighter, because I was afraid, and at that moment I realized that I wasn't afraid of me, or I wasn't afraid of what was going to happen to somebody else. I was afraid of my son, and I know at the same time that correlates to being afraid because of your kids too, not just Grant, your youngest, but all your kids, and then everybody else's kids too. So I kind of like, I felt that pain though, because my son, I realized he's 19 months. He has his whole life ahead of him. Your son your Grant has his whole life ahead of him too, and you have other sons that are at different ages, or one's going to college, and one's getting ready to go to college and all that. But you have the different perspective, different levels. So if I fear for my 19-month-old, and you have a son around the same time age, but yet you also have a son that's going into college, going to play college ball. He's going to be in a higher profile, I guess. He's going to have a higher profile than what we would be. I could only imagine what was going through your head, because
it's like I said, man. Like I said, my oldest boy of mine, love him. He a big ass puppy, dog. He's a big ass puppy, meaning that this motherfucker, he's 6'5", probably about 210, 215. He a big boy, goofy, and I'm sure we all do stupid shit when around our parents. I'm sure he cuss, hey nigga, motherfucker, all this shit too. But for the most part, I believe him to be a good kid, and I've seen men that have malice in their heart, and I wouldn't be so blind to see if my own son had malice in his heart. So he's a good kid, man. But I have seen the fear in people's eyes when he walks in the stores, man. You know what I'm saying? I see that fear, and what happens is, you know, Once again, I don't know the names, but I just know the stories. The brother who was in Walmart playing with the BB gun, and some motherfucker call and say, this motherfucker walking around the store with a real gun, pointing at people, and the cops come and shoot him in Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So that same fear, I worry when my son goes off to this little ass town to play junior college ball. That same fear is gonna may drive someone to call the police on my son just because he walking around and they intimidated. They fear his blackness. That's the same thing that happened to the brother Alton in Louisiana. The cops rolled up. They fear our blackness, man. They scared of us, man. And I don't know if it's the training, and I don't know if it's something to do with training, but I do know it has a lot to do with society and how black men, black women, people of color have all been made to be these exotic things with these supernatural powers, and black women are these hypersexual beings, and even you see it with Hispanic women and Malby, and they have all these attitudes and all this shit. It's it
No,
just
no,
can't.
hold up,
We
hold
just
up, hold
can't
up.
be people. What?
No, Hispanic women, they have attitudes, bro.
Okay. But all jokes aside, I do know some Hispanic women who don't have attitude.
we
But
we do.
you get what I'm you get what I'm getting at though, dog. It plays into a stereotype which leads people to see us as other than human,
You know what
right?
just popped? You know what just popped in my head? And go ahead, finish your thought. Go ahead.
But it's just my thought is, man. It's just you know, I just want to make it home like everybody else. You know, I know a lot of people they post those memes and like, oh, well, that white man didn't get shot. You know, I don't want the white man to get shot. I don't want you to get shot. I don't want the doctors who are working my labs who are of some Middle Eastern, some East Indian descent. I don't want them to get shot. I don't want to get shot. Why can't you just roll up on me, ask me what's going on, ask me for my license and registration? If I'm breaking the law, give me a ticket. If my whatever I've done, if it means I got to go to jail, take me to jail, dog. Don't shoot me. Sure, I know I told you that story that one time. That was what 2000. Damn, 2009 when I got pulled out of my fucking car in front of my mama's house at gunpoint. 8 motherfucking cops because they was looking for a white SUV. Nigga, how many white SUVs are there in motherfucking Kansas City? So yeah, I'm literally, and it killed me, right? Because it's like it was me and a friend. We wanted to get something to drink, so we run to, it's like I think it was like a Saturday, so it's getting to that crunch time period where 1, 2 in the morning where you got to hurry up. So we go get something to drink. I'll try to make it short. We go get something to drink. We heading back home, and you're always watching when you out late night in the city. Niggas roll up on you. I got a brother who's been carjacked before. This shit happens sometimes. So niggas rolling up on you. So on my peripherals, I see all these cop cars, kind of on the side street and shit and whatnot. I don't think nothing of it. But it seems like every time I turn the corner, I see a cop car going this way, cop car going that way. And of course, in hindsight, all this is hitting my mind. But at the time, I'm thinking, okay, it's Saturday night, 1, 2 in the morning, Kansas City. Cops out looking for them boys. So I turn on at the time my mom's living off Woodland in 42nd. So I turn on I think it's like 39th and 4th in Woodland, make that right, going down there. Now when I go to like I said, I was living in Topeka, but I would come to the city to get my kids, and when I came, if it got too late, I would stay at my mama's house. So that's why I was at my mama's house staying the night. So when I stayed there, I would back my car up to her driveway, so I just get up in the morning and drive out, right? So as I'm pulling forward, I see a cop car go by me. Anything of it, put the car in reverse. You turn and look to see where you're backing up at, right? So am I backing up? As I straighten it out, dog, I look out my peripheral, nigga. I don't know, nigga. It was like Grand Theft Auto, nigga. 8 cop cars appeared out of nowhere, nigga. It's like I had a fucking 5-star rating, dog. And them niggas just showed up. Now you heard us, get out of the car, get out of the car. All guns drawn, dog. So of course I'm like, hands up, my passenger. Their hands go up. Long story short, they end up, and the whole time I'm asking, what's going on? What's going on? What do we do? What's going on? They like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. We'll be asking the question. You shut the fuck up and just get out of the car. And nigga, it's December, so it's cold as fuck outside. So they got me on the ground, guns and shit to my head. I'm on the ground. They looking through my shit. And then they go, you hear something go over the radio. Oh, I guess, you're not who we're looking for. Hey, you're a big, and just joking and shit. Hey, y'all had guns pulled on me. I mean, anybody else, you pull a gun on me, you got to kill me. And they go, I'm coming back to get your ass because you the police. It's all fair. It's all good and, whatever. But so like, oh, well, thank goodness you didn't try to fight back. You a big boy. And I'm like, and I said, man, I'm a big boy, man, no big dummy. It's 80 y'all all got guns. What the fuck I look like trying to fight? And it's that shit. Because even in that joke, even in that moment where they knew they was wrong, they pulled me out of my shit because they looking for a white SUV. Even in that moment, they still saw me as other. They still saw me as some super nigga who was gonna fight 8 cops with guns. The fuck? My bad. You can say what you got to say, boy.
Nah, man. I've been to your mom's house. I got those address, and your mom's house is nice,
but it's still down in the city.
Yeah, I remember when I don't know what road it was, but I don't know the name of it, but I know what road it was, and I remember just pulling down, and across the highway it was nice, and that nice neighborhood or whatever. You cross to the other side where your mom's side was at. They were buying off the houses and they were like fixing them up and everything. Right. But you could tell, right? Like a block away, there was it was rough. And living in Miami, man, I grew up in Miami. You had those neighborhoods, bro. You have those neighborhoods that you just don't go by yourself, bro. You don't. I don't want to profile. I guess we do whatever, but even as a Hispanic male, bro, as tough as I think I might be, there are rough neighborhoods, bro. And I understand. I understand that there's going to be a higher presence of police officers or pigs or 5-0, whatever you want to call them. The police officers, there's going to be a higher presence there. Think about it. If and when you were saying something, it just kind of hit me, and I said like, hey, yo, you know what just popped in my head? It's like all I could think about, man, is, and then I don't know what kind of training I didn't deploy with you, but I don't know what kind of training. I want to say that we got the same training and everything, but when I deployed with my first time, when I deployed, I was in an infantry unit, and I was in infantry. I was in a Bravo 11 Bang Bang or 11 Bravo by trade. I was turned into an 11 Bravo because they didn't use any cooks or quartermasters or HR reps or anything like that. They don't use them over there as much because we have civilians to do that. You only need like a minimal staff to do that stuff anyway. Yeah. So the rest of us, or kind of volunteered to join the, you go and join the line units. You know what I mean? Especially if you're in a line unit, you're gonna go to the line. So, you're gonna do basically what the 11 Bang Bang does right next to you, and you're gonna be doing it right there with him. And so, what I was thinking about when you were describing your son Ahmad, and like how you said that, like his profile, his height, and his appearance, just by looking at him, people are gonna judge him, or they're gonna have that preconceived notion that 6'4", 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", tall, black, male. That kind of, like that fear is gonna come into, but it's kind of I was when you were saying that, I was thinking like, yo, at my training, that I didn't know anything about the Middle East culture. I didn't know anything about Iraqis. I didn't know anything about Kuwaitis. I didn't know anything about I thought they all looked the same. I made the same profile. Like, I'm not Mexican. I'm from Nicaragua. Hence the Ragwan portion of the podcast name. So I am Nicaragüense. We say in Spanish, or Nicaraguan or whatever in English. But so I made the same mistake, as basically lumping them all to in one group. Like, you know, people see me as like, yo, I'm Hispanic. I mean, they're like, oh, you Mexican? I'm like, no, I'm not Mexican. I'm from Nicaragua. They're like, is that Africa? Like, no. That's
Because
just South.
Americans are stupid as shit.
Well, I mean,
We're lazy. We think we're the greatest country in the motherfucking world. Nigga. We just stupid.
I mean, but anyway, yeah. Going back, I mean, I made the same mistake, man. I was one of those ignorant. I mean, I was looking like you said, hindsight, bro. You know, hindsight's 2020, right?
But what was it that you? Because of your training, you were trained to say. Were you trained to think that they all were the same, or you just said they're all the same?
No,
That's a difference.
Going into before I joined the military, I thought they were all the same. I mean, I didn't distinguish between Persian and Arabic and whatever other ones that they have. But there's a difference. You know what I mean? Like Arabics don't like to be called Persian, and Persians don't like to be called Arabics, and you know, if you're Muslim, you know, you have the Shiites and the Sunnis, and then you have the Kurds. It's like, yo, hold up. Like, you know, when I started, you know, when I was going through the training, the military training, we had a specific purpose. We had you have your target, you assess it, and then, you know, for lack of better words, you shoot.
Yeah.
You know, we're there to do a job. We're not there to know the culture, understand it. At least that was the mindset. Now, you know, it shifted. It shifted to that. But
you bring up with that story though, you bring up something that's very important, man. That's going on in these communities, man. It's kind of the same thing you see when we go over there to other countries that we don't understand, we don't want to know, we don't understand the divides and the history as far as these different regions, especially when it comes to Iraq, a place that should probably be three different countries has been made into one by the British Empire, and we kind of helped force that bullshit, those bullshit borders. You have a police force that knows nothing, that seems to know nothing, care nothing about. It has lumped all these people into one thing. You see that same thing here in America. You have the police force. You have people who do not live in, do not work in, do not care about, know nothing of these communities, and you policing them. It's the same exact things happening here in the States, but when it happens here, it's just, you know, police, it's a hard job. Living's hard, nigga.
The only difference is we don't have MRAPs and we don't have full body armor. But we saw that with Dallas though, and that was
shit. You saw that with Ferguson. They had MRAPs.
We had MRAPs. I mean, but they weren't calling them MRAPs though. They called them MRAPs in Dallas. They called them MRAPs, and they called them MRAPs, and then they used the word IEDs. They had the word sniper.
You're starting to slowly see the acceptance of the militarization of the police force here in our society, because you know why? They're getting over on it because it's people like you and me, and people who look like Maury, and people who look like my daughter who are getting killed.
Nigga, I just got chills by saying that.
And I don't want to. You see how it comes full circle, though, dog?
Yeah,
it's come full circle, dog. The shit we talk about, where it's just like you hear these terms, it's like, oh, it's over there. That's over there. It's not over here. And slowly but surely they sneak it. No, they got it now to where, could you imagine 5 years ago if they sent a bomb in to blow up a suspect, what the blowback would have been?
Bro, what the fuck?
A suspect. We lost our mind. Bro, we lost our minds when the correct shit kicked off and that shit got burned down up in Waco. America, like, oh shit, what's going on? What's up with due process? Blah blah blah. This and that. Now you don't hear shit. And granted, but no, law enforcement people died that day too, and got injured that day. That whole shit happened with the Bundy Ranch. I don't think anyone got killed. Maybe someone may have got injured. I'm not sure, but we didn't send no bombs in for there. But like I said, man, I don't want to be conspiracy guy, but it makes you think there's more at play here when y'all blowing up suspects. Where are all these motherfucking do right motherfuckers who beat their chests? America the great. Obama's gonna come take your guns, and he gonna do this, and he gonna steal the white women, and all this other shit they say he gonna do. Where are them motherfuckers at? I ain't heard, I ain't seen, not near peep. I ain't seen where them second right motherfucking diehard motherfuckers that when you got a black man who was authorized to carry a firearm, who did everything right, who announced to the police officer, I have a firearm, and he got shot. Where the fuck y'all at? Because it's bullshit. Them laws ain't for you, Frank. Them laws ain't for me, dog. I am a legally licensed firearm carrying motherfucker. You know what? I leave my gun at home just cause shit like that. But it shouldn't be that way. But I know the game, dog. I already know they gonna fucking clap my ass up. As soon as they see my big black ass and I say I got a gun in the truck, dog. I already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, that's, going back to like I was saying, making the. I mean, I know if anybody is in the military and it's gonna hear like, yo, this guy's going off the wall or whatnot, but think about it for a second, man. Like it just came to me, man. And these are, when I was talking to you about how I feel about certain things, I was coming at it from a different angles, and I was coming at it from this point of view, from this angle. It wasn't like, I'm angry because I'm a minority, the typical how I'm supposed to feel, because at a certain point I have to start using logic. I have to start using common sense, and I have to start using like everything. I have to start absorbing everything. But I was hearing, when this Dallas thing started happening, I was starting to feel like a certain way. As Dallas was happening, I was like, oh man, here we go again. Then you start hearing the word sniper. You start using the word sniper, and I'm like, no, this better not be what I think it is. I started thinking about DC again, all over again, right? And I'm like, no way, bro. Like, you cannot. And then I started using the word of like, they were trying to triangulate, and then now you have like bombs, and then they start using the word IEDs. There's IEDs like in the area. What they were saying, or what
so they were finding those IEDs.
Right, or what was being fed back to us from a filtered source. You know what I mean?
Because know what? There was an IED. It was on the bomb. It was on the robot they used to blow that motherfucker up. So they weren't lying.
IED is an improvised explosive device. So a firecracker in a bottle can be classified as an IED.
Shit, an MRE heater inside a pop bottle, the IED.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be sophisticated. It doesn't have to be a robot carrying explosives to kill. To blow up, to eliminate somebody. Like, we're gonna start using terms like sniper and triangulate and IEDs.
So they blow him up so bad that he ain't got no body. There's no remains or anything.
So let's not using the terms when they're beneficial to us or when we're trying to tell a story. Let's use, if we're going to use military terms, then let's use military terms. And let's just say what it is, call it for what it was. You didn't execute that man, you eliminate him. And when you eliminate somebody or eliminate a target, they cease to exist. Point blank. So, and to whose authority it was or whose call that was, I don't know what it was, but who it was, but they eliminated the threat. But I mean, I don't know, man. When I heard all those terms, and I think I saw, I don't know if I was texting you or I was texting my brother again. I was like, first of all, I wanted to say like, yo, this is not Joe Schmo. This is training. All right, this is training because, and I could understand why they were using the word sniper because it was an easy term for everybody to relate. Instead of like saying, hey, this was a coordinated attack or somebody was, this was rehearsed or practiced or whatever.
Or because it's a word that drives fear into people.
Right. Yeah. And then, so, or like I said, going back to kind of tapping into those DC memories of like the two of the father and son that were black that were shooting people, not just cops, but shooting anybody in sight basically from a distance. But I was like, that this is insane. Like, let's if we're gonna start using all these words. First of all, I don't feel comfortable using them in the civilian world. If I'm discussing this with somebody, I can't talk about this with my coworkers because those IEDs, MRAPs, that's not something that I want to be discussing with them. Not because I don't want to, it's because I shouldn't have to be discussing that with them. They should have their knowledge of what those words mean. They shouldn't have that knowledge unless they were in the military.
Bro,
You know
that
what I mean?
shit, they allowed that shit to happen in Ferguson, and motherfuckers didn't say anything. Motherfuckers allow, like I said, once again, it's these communities that know that a lot of people in America seem not to really care about. But they're gonna wake up one day and that motherfucking MRAP gonna be rolling through their motherfucking city. And then they're gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, this is a problem.
Yeah, man. You know, I still have memories of Iraq, and I have pictures and I have videos of some of the things that I did. I mean, I did a job. I don't, you know, I made peace with it, whatever. Still making peace with it. But, you know, when I remember different times, bro, we were patrolling just like, I mean, that's what we did. We just patrol. We were out there for 8 to 12 to 17 hours, depending if we had a cordon search.
Right.
Cordon and search. You know what I mean? Like, but, and we locked down a neighborhood and we went to house to house. But, I mean, we're not far from it, bro. I mean, we'll start using the terms already, and I haven't heard them recently. I know the media is gonna sell a story and everything and whatnot, but you know, I was even on Fox Business, the Fox Business channel, and they had somebody talking about the MRAPs and this and that. They're like, yo, we shouldn't be having these. Like Fox Business channel they had somebody, they didn't cut them off or anything. They said MRAP should not be law enforcement should not.
On U.S. streets.
Right. No. On, you know, maybe the military, yeah, if you call it National Guards and stuff like that, but
No, I'm talking about they should your local police force should not be having it.
no, hell no. Hell no. But anyway, man, like I was like, yo, it's just to me it was just bananas, the whole thing, man. And I was like, and then that was my whole thing about what's been happening with been, you know, with Alton Sterling and the dude from Minnesota and all that, and even in Dallas. It's like,
yeah. But
That's
go
what
ahead, man.
that's what I was just, you know,
talking about this song. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, so I was just thinking about that, man. Like my memories of Iraq came back, and I was like, I remember being there, like on a bridge. We just stopped there for a second, you know, just to kind of assess the situation, what was going on, what was going to be our next route, you know, because we didn't have a plan. We just were going to be out there, you know, looking for stuff, you know, be suspicious or show force or whatever. And I remember being over, like something on top of a bridge and just looking out. You know, the sun was setting on the west. You know, we were by the Abu Ghraib sector and everything, and it was beautiful, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, man, and it was peaceful. It was quiet. You know, the prayers were starting to go off and everything, but it was peaceful. I was like, yo, you know, we can't. Like I can't picture us because everything looked real familiar, like real similar, like, you know, like the houses. Yeah, they were a little bit more square there and there's, you know, over there. The roads, they had regular paved roads like we do. They had exits. They had signs. They had green and white signs like we do. They had with Arabic Arabic writing and.
Yeah, they are civilized people. Despite
I mean, and I was like, and for a brief second, I was like, yo, like you could take these people out of here and put, you know, this could be America, dog. Like this could easily be the U.S., dog. Like, and now, like, I'm starting to see this. Like, I don't know how far or how close we are from it, from seeing like checkpoints with the barriers. Like, I forget what they're calling them, like those concrete barriers.
That's a whole nother discussion. Now we're starting to go
crazy, dog.
Somewhere else. But yeah, we can talk about this all night, but let's let's give our final thoughts as far as this particular topic, and we can move on.
Yeah.
We could talk this shit for days. I mean, we was by the end of peak, we'd probably be half drunk, 3 in the morning. Fucking Jamie coming out and telling us to shut the fuck up and go to bed.
Hey, we ever gonna do a show where we're both drinking?
Maybe one day. But yeah, but all I gotta say, I know we all I gotta say is, you know, it's sad that those. It goes without saying that it's sad that those police officers lost their lives. You know, that's sad. But like I said before, man, it's also sad that 550 plus, you know, American citizens lost their lives too. That shit's sad to me too. I want everybody to make it home, man. At the end of the day, that's what I want, man. I don't have no ill will to people who don't mean me ill will. But it just angers me that, you know, these men and these women lose their lives as far as these citizens, and no one says anything. But then when these 5 cops get shot, the nation's at mourning, and everybody's talking about this is as bad as it's ever been. Nigga, we sitting in right now. It is what, July 12th, about to be July 13th, and we sitting at 550 plus people who have lost their lives by the actions of the police. This ain't Judge Dredd, man. These motherfuckers can't be judge and jury, man. This shit can't be allowed to happen. So it's all good. It's all fun and games when it ain't your people dying. You know, it's all good. But as soon as we pipe up, Black Lives Matter, Brown Lives Matter. I've seen it all as far as the color spectrum. Then you don't hit me with that all lives matter shit. I know you was joking, man, but you never see that all lives matter shit when black people die. Why is that? You never see that all lives matter shit when black people die.
I don't even like using like the term all lives matter, man, and because as soon as you use all lives matter, it's like
I consider either you ignorant, you're a racist, or you're an ignorant racist, dog. Because and you find people use that same logic. Well, it's not just that Black Lives Matter. It's like, nah, bitch. It means Black Lives Matter also, because we have not mattered in this country. But your racist ass is always gonna see it as only Black Lives Matter. That's how racists see it. Because God for fucking bid, my black ass get the same luxury and liberty to at least get arrested, have a trial, kiss my baby, kiss my lady, and make it home.
Yeah. I guess to put my final thoughts on this, I guess you said, man, we could talk about this all day, every day, but I hate to use terms like Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter and Brown Lives Matter, all that stuff, because then as soon as you use it, you get categorized. You know what I mean? By whoever, by the listener, whoever the listeners may be. You know what I mean? So, but you're right, man. Part of it is like, yo, I want people to make it home too, man. You know what I'm saying? The same argument could be made. I could make the same argument for the cops making it home and for the victim to make it home. They're somebody's son, daughter, father, cousin, nephew, nieces. We're all somebody. You know what I mean? So that argument is flawed to me. In a whole
good argument.
You know, argument is like, oh my God, the cop, you know, they're not gonna be able to come home to their families, and
okay. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I heard that too, and I was like, yo, hold up, though. So the other man that was
men and women. Men and
women. Well, I used the term man, like MEN. You know, like anyway, that's another argument. But anyways, yeah, I mean, so the argument is like, to me, it's like I can make the same argument you're making. You know what I mean, to somebody's, but they're not trying to hear that. But anyway, so getting back to just wrapping it up, my thoughts, man. Like, hey, man, yesterday I was really wanting to not get inspired, but I wanted to feel good about something, man. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to I needed that feel good, you know, and
Right.
I usually get it from my wife or a coworker that says some stupid ass shit, but it's funny as fuck on the way. I think about it, but you know, I needed something. I needed something to pick me up, man. And I don't know how I came across this, but the Michael Jackson, man, they don't really care about us, bro. Um, and I completely forgot about this.
Oh,
That
nigga,
there,
stop. Mike, every once in a while, Mike had a gym for your ass that you know.
my
Yeah.
my dude, and I'm not even gonna say my name, but like my dude, like I, you know, we do not appreciate this like things until they're fucking gone or long past us, bro. So you know, a lot of he dropped a lot of hits, but this man, and I felt like I felt to realize it then too, though. But like just reading the lyrics, though, and listening to the song, the one that was banned with the anti-Semitic words and all that stuff. And then he remade it, and then there was like it was shot in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, or whatever.
Yeah.
That was the one that was released here, but there was another version, the one with the prisoners, obviously in prison. Um, so, and then I mean, my goddamn, he can't dress though. I'm like, oh that
Yeah.
fucking movie, bro. But
Yeah.
anyway, so like I'm looking at this, man, and it's like just reading it, like beat me, hate me, you can never break me, will me, thrill me, you can never kill me, do me, sue me, everybody do me, kick me, strike me, don't you black or white me, you know. I just got chilled, bro, just like reading that stuff, bro.
Yeah. It's all good stuff, but don't you black or white. That's what Mike,
Yeah,
bro.
you know, like skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone bad, situation, aggravation, everybody allegation. In the suite on the news, everybody dog food, bang bang shot that everybody's gone mad. Like, yo, this is, and then like the verse that kind of like hit home to me, and I don't know why it made me feel good about it. I guess like you know, it is a one it's a verse that goes, "Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and two children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality now. I'm tired of being the victim of hate. You're raping me of my pride. Oh, for God's sakes." You know what I mean? Like, I the reason I felt good about it is because even though we use that word, be awoke, wake up, despiértate, stay despiértate, get informed, be informed, stay informed, get informed. But we have like, and I'm starting to appreciate this music or art. And I don't know if it's because I'm a little bit older now and I get it, I'm more mature or whatever, but music, you know, we gotta listen to what it's like what good music is, bro. Because I clown Michael Jackson, we clown Michael Jackson a lot, but his lyrics, man, are powerful. Therefore, I'm wondering what lyrics are we gonna see 20 years from now, like in our music.
I see Kendrick Lamar, bro.
Yes, I agree with you, though,
I mean,
because,
for Migo, there's some other cats out there too.
but
Uh,
yeah,
some of that Black Star shit, but right now, currently, I see some Kendrick Lamar shit.
we've always. But here's the thing: I think we've always been like awoke, though. We always have, bro. I think,
Well, I think some people have. I mean,
nah, man.
it's a catchy phrase, but I think some people have always see through the bullshit. You always see for what it is,
Yeah,
and I think some people are just, I think it happens every time we have these moments where there's this, and people want to say a divide is created. No, a light is being shown or shined upon that divide that already exists, and you come into work and you finding out that some of them folks that always your friends don't give a fuck about your black ass, don't give a fuck about your Hispanic ass, don't give a fuck that you a woman. People are finding out. So I think that's what the woke term. A lot of people are being. get awakened by these events that happen throughout society, throughout our lives. And I think like you talked about it earlier, you got social media, so now all this information is being fed to you, and all these events are coming to you unfiltered. So you're not getting that edited version of the bullshit we used to. You know, after this happened, there was that meme that was going around and said, you know, the police brutality is not new. It's the cameras that are new.
Yeah.
Think about it though. Rodney King. What was that, the 80s? 90s? Early 90s?
Yeah.
Rodney King. So it ain't new. It ain't new. It's just has gotten to the point now where for many white Americans just reached the tipping point.
Yeah.
The cameras have been there. A lot of motherfuckers have just been able to turn that TV off. And now you got that smart device and that shit's being pumped into your motherfucking feed 24/7. You can't shake it, dog.
Nah, can't. And I'm not even on Facebook, bro. All I got is Instagram and Twitter. And I have to go out of my way, bro. Like literally go out of my way.
Oh yeah, sorry, and also my bad. And also I said with Rodney King, even then the media and the powers that be were still trying to, even with that video there, they were still trying to control the narrative. So we get back to what you were saying. It's unfiltered, it's unedited. There's no one there to control the narrative of what's happening. There's no one there to splice and dice that video so it looks a certain way.
Right. And it lets the viewer decide.
Yeah, it's raw unedited. Let the viewer decide.
Right. Let the viewer make their own decision.
But we're starting to slide back into that down the rabbit hole. So
anyway, what I was saying, man, like, hey, man, stay awake. You know, these guys.
Oh yeah. One more thing, kind of deal with it. Fuck everybody that had something to say about President Obama going to Dallas, man. Y'all can eat a bowl of syphilis infected dicks, nigga. Every one of your mama, her sister, your grandma. I don't care if that bitch is dead. She can eat one too. Fuck y'all.
Hey, grandma's lives matter too, bro.
Nah, nigga. And I say it now. Like I said in the first podcast, President Obama is a motherfucking goat. If you don't like it, you ain't gotta listen, nigga. Matter of fact,
I don't like it because he's a Bulls fan, dog.
I mean, the nigga from the Chi. I mean, allegedly, because according to some people, he a Muslim. He was born in Kenya, so allegedly he from that Chi. Well, I know he was born in Hawaii, but I know you know what I'm saying, bro.
He's got Kansas ties.
I know he do. His grand people, right?
No, his mom was from Kansas, though, wasn't he?
I'm saying with grandpa, but then she moved out. She moved to Hawaii with his pops, right?
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know. I shouldn't say. I almost said I don't know the nigga's whole story, but I should say that about the president. All I know is, man, that dude did what he's supposed to do as a president, man. The nation is mourning. He see this. He already knows as a black man that racial divide is there. He saw it when he was trying to get accepted into the White House. He's seen it for the last 8 years when motherfuckers have been hating on everything he does. So he already knows it's there, but he also knows he has a duty to all Americans to go down there and try to bring peace. And that's what he's trying to do, man. So fuck people on both sides, fuck people who's been hating on him from day one because he's black. And fuck black people who talking about that he ain't did that. Nigga, he trying to do the best he can, dog. He can't if he showed up to every single time a black person or a person of color lost their lives in the hands of cops, that nigga never be at the White House. Cause like I said before, they weren't all black, the 500, but there were a lot. And next podcast, I can have the exact numbers, but we're talking about 500 and some plus people up top. That nigga will never be at the White House.
Your whole argument just went to shit because you don't have the numbers.
Yeah, but
I'm that nigga.
He'll be at that White House less than George Bush taking all his vacation days. Now what?
For real, man. I haven't seen him gone to like what's the.
Well, he was down there. He was down there at the memorial, trying to hold the first lady's hand, looking like, look at this brown sugar. I wish she would have slapped the shit out of his creepy ass.
No, I'm talking about like you know how like the last 2 years of George Bush, like they were talking about like they showed every time he went to like vacation or to like the Kennedy farm. I don't know what the farm retreat was or whatever, but it's the
Camp David.
Yeah,
that ranch. I know they got that ranch down in Texas too. You know, his people they claim to be down there. Even though he went to school, I don't fuck him, man.
yeah, but like they always said like how many days he took off, but like I haven't seen President Obama. I think he had like I think last summer he had like a getaway like in Hawaii or something, just before like
they still get mad. They still get mad. Man, fuck him. He ain't got to justify it. Fuck him. Like I said, if you're listening, fuck you if you don't like it. I bet your mama do.
I probably won't.
I bet your mama like his black ass. She probably having some cuckold fantasies of the president right now. Want Barry to bring that big ass 6-foot frame into the bedroom so your daddy can watch, nigga.
Oh shit. But anyway, hey, so before we like wrap this whole thing completely, man.
Yeah. I need to laugh for a second. I can't go to bed and angry.
No, I want to touch something on what you like what you said on Twitter about your coworkers.
No.
Like,
this motherfucker. Shit, I better be careful. That motherfucker might be listening. Oh yeah. Hey.
But anyway.
This niggas don't be having boundaries, dog. This motherfucker really. It's like I just met you. I don't talk to you. I don't talk to you all the time. Yeah, you don't even know my phone number. You don't know where the fuck I live. You don't know my lady's first name. You don't know my son's first name. You don't know any of my children's names. But you gonna fix your mouth to say, hey, next time you in Topeka, you can drop your son off here, and then y'all can come back and pick him up so we can all barbecue. Like, nigga, if I'll be eating my son, nigga. You been in barbecue my motherfucking baby.
I had to respond to. I mean, I don't really always respond to some of the shit that you say. I usually just like either like it or retweet it or just say some snarky ass shit or whatever. I had to comment on that woman. I'm like, that's the moment that coworkers real like what when they say something with especially with my son, bro. I became mad. I mean, I'm a sensitive guy, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm an emotional guy, bro.
Bro, right? I try to be.
I got brown feelings, okay?
Brown feelings.
The sauce and the thing. But what's
brown feelings matter, nigga.
T-shirts is being printed. All right, copyright.
It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that motherfucking that little supposed to be ice cream with like a little pile of shit emoji. That's what it's gonna be.
But anyway, so no, I gotta get emotional, man. Like, you know, people have stones. They have werewolves, bro. Werewolves, dog.
Niggas got
like, yo, hold on, man. Like, you cannot, like, I don't trust you with my fucking car. I'm not gonna trust you with my kid.
Nigga, I don't trust you with my old underwear, nigga. Let alone my kid.
Like even when I went to go see you guys at the picnic, and I picked up like Grant, I even hesitated because like I had to put my son down to pick up your kid. Like, hold up, dog. Like,
yeah, but then then it's like, you my boy. So I held your boy, made sure everything was right. But
right. And then,
but I know your son's name. I know where you live at.
Yeah, but then I see Maury like creeping up on the side, just kind of
that's my fair, dog. Yeah.
So I'm like I get it. You know what I mean? Like, so like when I talk about my coworkers, man, like that's what the fuck they are, bro. Like I know my spot. Like, I don't know if people know this shit, but like I know when I talk to somebody, I'm like, yo, you just a coworker. Like you my friend. Like you family, dog. Right?
Yeah.
But like even like other soldiers when we were in there, like there were some soldiers that's what the fuck they were. It was just soldiers,
I mean,
acquaintances,
basically,
and
go ahead, my bad.
but like people like sometimes like I don't know if like I let it be known, dog. Like I'm like, yo, you just a coworker. Like,
Yeah, Dog, I thought about this, dog. Co-workers are basically the side chick version of friends, nigga. I fucks with you while I'm here because I had to, but you ain't coming to the cookout. You ain't meet the family. No nigga, I'm not coming to meet your family. We ain't going on no dates. I fuck with you in this one place, dog. Co-workers are the motherfucking side chick of friends, dog. That's what it is, bro.
man, you gave him a status like higher than I thought. I was like, you ain't shit, dog. Like
You the side chick of friends. I fuck with you right now because I need someone to talk to in this space. But hey, like a side chick, don't be calling me when I'm around my real friends. Don't be texting me when I'm around my real friends. Don't be trying to follow me on Facebook.
and if you see me in the streets, like don't come say hi to me.
Don't say hi to me.
Keep
I mean,
walking.
especially if you ain't got your name badge on. I don't know your name without your name badge.
If you're like, okay, I know we gotta wrap this shit up though, but like this shit hit me like not hit me, but like there was an awkward moment. But like I don't know, like I hope I don't maybe I make that shit awkward. I don't know, but like if I recognize somebody from like work or whatever, but I don't ever really fuck with them.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and I know they looking at me, like they want to say something, but like I be like trying to get not closer to, but like I want to be in their in not just in their periphery. I want to be in their line of sight. You know what I mean? On purpose, I'll be like sliding in, but then I'll be looking to the side, like I know this is like I'm making you uncomfortable because I know you, and it's awkward, dog, because like I know that feeling, bro. Like I don't know if that person is. I'll do that shit on purpose just to fuck with them.
Bro, I avoid them because I don't remember people's names, dog. And Maury knows me. She know I don't remember people's names. So she beastly, nigga. She beastly. So she'll like I'll whisper in her ear like, cause somebody be looking at me and she'll peep it too. She always watches motherfuckers staring at me. Like I'm watching somebody staring at her. You know, some couples do. And so she'd be like, who is that over there? You look up like, oh, that's such and such. She'd be like, oh, you don't know his name or her name? I'd be like, nope. So she'll go over that motherfucker. Hi, my name is Maury. You know, so that way they got to say their name. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, she's so good with it, bro. Cause I can't remember it. Hey, if I don't fuck with you like that, I'm just not gonna. Like I said, if you ain't got your name badge on, dog, you just a nigga I work with.
For real, dog. Like, yo,
I'm like, hey, this is my girlfriend Moore. This is my son Grant. This is the nigga I work with.
Yo,
God damn, nigga.
Tired, bro.
Just fart into the microphone next time.
But anyway, I felt like I needed to comment on that, the coworker shit, man. Like,
that dude. Yeah, dog. He's I don't know, dog. I won't say the damn name. We didn't say his name, but he remind me of a dude we know too, named the one upper dog.
Oh,
that's what he kind of remind me of, bro.
Topper six,
nigga. He remind me of Topper 6. I'd be like, dog, he's just so extra, dog. He do so much, like he's I think his background, he's a certified surgical, scrub technician, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Which ain't no easy. It's not an easy trade. You got a lot of shit to learn. He's done a lot.
You done describe this man.
Fuck it. You know his name then. This motherfucker told us. He been telling people he operated on Tupac, dog, when he got shot. I'm sorry.
Good night, dog.
This nigga said, America. Y'all know I use the word nigga. I'm not racist, so everybody niggas me. He's a white man. This nigga said he worked on Tupac, dog. So basically, I said he got mad because I told him he killed Tupac. Nah, like we'll be in cases, right? So but for me, I'm a graduate nurse. I still haven't taken an NCLEX yet, but my schooling allows me to be a EP lab technician. So we scrub and we also do a lot of monitoring and shit that nurses do for the most part in our lab. So we'll scrub in with the position. Really, I get paid a decent amount of money, a good bit of money to basically know what instruments to hand the position at certain times, and also how to react in emergency situations for the most part. So this motherfucker be up there because we'll have fellows, which are basically physicians who are doctors, so they're physicians and doctors, and now they're trying to specialize in a certain branch of cardiology. So they're getting their fellowship in EP, electrophysiology, and so he'll be up there trying to tell these motherfuckers how to suture. You're supposed to do it this way and that way. I said, man, they better than me. Let my black ass be a doctor and your ass trying to tell me how to fucking sew a hole shut. I be like, motherfucker, get your ass up out this room, nigga. Matter of fact, get out the building. Just go home, white man. But it's weird though. He's like, just like Top of Six. I don't think he's a bad person. He's just an annoying person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I still think about Topper Six though. Like
Top of Six, dog.
I still remember though. Like it was like you cannot be that fucking crazy.
No, hold on. This dude, come on, man. All right, man. So he's also he's been in the Navy. He's been in the Army, active duty and National Guard. This nigga was being a motherfucking boat captain. I'm like, nigga, I'm like, you only 40-something years old, nigga. How old, nigga, did you join the military when you was 12? I'm not, bro. You know me. I'm not exaggerating, bro. This motherfucker said he's been a Navy interrogator. This nigga said he was a halo jumper, nigga. Halo jumping, dog. High altitude, low opening jumper, dog. We talking about special forces, special ops, fucking top tier operator type of shit, dog.
These are the jumpers that have the little mask like that.
Yeah, when y'all play, what y'all play? Motherfucking Battlefield and motherfucking all that shit. When they be doing that specialized shit, that's them niggas, dog. This nigga. And I'm like, so you did all this shit. How'd you wind up to be a surgical scrub technician who killed Tupac? That's bruh.
That sounds like the name of this episode right now, though.
You killed Tupac.
No, like how are you a surgical technician that was a naval commander of a boat that jumped Halo qualified?
I'm gonna say one more thing, then we can move on to the last two things. Let's get paid, dog. Okay. So like we got it because we do our procedures, right? We work with a lot of fucking fluoroscopy, so basically radiation. So we gotta see the heart. That way we know we're putting the catheters and shit when we do our patient procedures. So when you put it on, it looks like a flak vest. You've ever been, you've been to get a motherfucking whatever, to get a X-ray. Sometimes you gotta put lead on, but our shit is specialized like a little flak vest. They had to be like the second, third week working there. He must thought I'm new guy. I'm just stupid. So he was like, he found out I was in the military. He was like, yeah, doesn't that feel like, when you're taking off your flak vest? Basically, flak vest is basically a bulletproof vest without the armor. It's an old school bulletproof vest that they used to wear back in the day. I know you know, Frank. I was telling the listeners. And I was like, yeah, I guess. He was like, yeah, I remember one time I was out on parole. I took a sniper round to the chest. And I was like, nigga, get the fuck away from me, dog.
In a flat vest.
I must have had the motherfucking the angriest black woman you ain't shit nigga face ever on. Cause that motherfucker just stopped talking and moved away from me.
I think yeah, you must have had that look though.
Especially at the Fort Hood though. I don't do well with niggas telling tall tales about the military, bro. I don't do well with it. I just be like, We're not gonna do it today. And no, but this thing is though, he said I took a sniper round and he just hopped up and took his vest off. I'm like, nigga, you took a round to the chest and just got up like it was a pickup football game and you got tackled. It's all right, man. That's all right, man. Go, nigga, nigga, go find some dicks to polish or something, dog. Get away from me.
You better than me, bro. Like, cause I was there. We responded. I know we got to get going, but I responded to a call. We were the QRF team, the Quick Reaction Force.
Yeah.
Our scouts were doing they were part of a cordon search. This was during the daytime, so and it was like for us, for them, they were in their profile. I mean, you could easily see them, and they were visible, and they were easy. They could be easily targeted or whatever. But they were part of the outer perimeter, so they're stopping all the vehicles, and so the traffic is backing up. So our scouts were patrolling on the outside of the where the vehicles were at to like look for suspicious activity or whatever.
Right.
So we're monitoring. We're like about 2-3 miles down the road, and we're monitoring on the radio. And all of a sudden, we hear gunshots. So, but we don't react to it. But we now need to do a CASVAC, right? So then we're ready to go. And so we our driver and major was like, yeah, let's just go real quick. Let's go pick him up and then take him to the nearest fob or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And so we reacted real fast and we went. And when we get there, you know what I mean? Like our scouts, I mean, were badasses, but so they thought they were, but whatever.
Right.
This guy when we get there, we're like, yo, what's going on? There was a CASVAC. We got to get where's the injured person or whatever, soldier and whatnot. So this dude comes out, so he's wearing the vest. So now we have the plates. So this dude took a 9mm right here, right, like,
right.
And I mean, and he still stayed down. And he had a big ass bruise, dog.
The next day. So that's what I'm trying to say, though. So even if, like you said earlier, sniper rounds. So like some people use that as an all-inclusive term. So if we talking about like the smallest caliber round we have in the military, which is like 5.56.
Yeah.
All the way up to that 50 cal shit, they shoot out that big ass Beretta, dog. Nigga, you not hopping the fuck back up. You not, dog. You not. Your name ain't Clark Kent. Your name ain't motherfucking Bruce Banner, dog. You not hopping the fuck back up after hit with one of them rounds, nigga. But nah, man. Let's wrap this shit up, dog. I know at first I said I didn't have a Shut Up Pussy Award, but I don't want to be sexist, man. So for me this week, the Shut Up Pussy Award's gonna go to Megyn Kelly. You may know her from her Fox News bullshit. This bitch had the audacity to ask, why didn't Philando Castillo's girlfriend do more to help him? Might I add, if you have not seen the video, she was being held at gunpoint. This bitch also had the audacity to ask, why didn't she call 911? Hey, bitch, 911 was there. They was the niggas holding her at gunpoint. They was also the motherfuckers that just shot her boyfriend. Yeah. So, fuck you, Megyn Kelly. You get a whole bowl of dicks. You're my Shut Up Pussy Award for the week. What about you, Pimp? You got somebody?
Yeah. I completely. First of all, Megyn Kelly, I know who she is, but for a brief second, I was thinking about what was her name? Gretchen Wilson.
Man, they all say so much fuck shit. The whole Fox team could probably get the Shut Up Pussy Award every week. Yeah. But I don't want to be selfish, dog. I want to make sure every individual is nominated and they get their bowl of dicks.
And I probably should not say this because you already targeted a gender specific. I mean, this would be my Shut Up Pussy Award. And it came to me today. I was listening to it, and give shout out to Rob on Black Guy Who Tips, and Karen. They talked about this, and they're the ones that put me on game. Wendy Williams.
Yeah, she talked about the historically black colleges
I'm not even,
Yeah,
man.
hey, man.
If you
Hey,
ever hear the audio, I mean, I encourage people to go ahead and go ahead and Google and listen to the audio of her show and or listen to the Black Guy Who Tips episode on July 11th. That's all I know. But um, the audio of her, you could see her trying to make a point, but you could tell that she's reading the teleprompter, but she's not thinking about her thought, what the fuck she's saying. And then like mid sentence, like her brain kicked in, like, yo, like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, your
yes.
audience, once you said that your audience, you said something about like Black Lives Matter and all this stuff, and Joseph, was like the Jesse guy, the guy,
Jesse Williams, whatever the fuck.
yeah. So she was talking about Jesse Williams and like how he just came under the scrutiny to get fired at ABC, but the head of ABC which is a black woman, came out and said like, no, he's not gonna
Black
get
women.
fired.
Also, the writers of Grey's Anatomy, black women. Yeah, good luck.
So it's like, and then the crowd, like her own audience, was like cheering, like, yeah. And then like right there, like she should have just stopped from reading the teleprompter and like gone to the next thing, left it there. But no, she decided to continue on, say some stupid ass comment without actually thinking it through. It probably made sense to her in her mind though, but when it came out, it made no fucking sense. Even the audience though, like was like, no, I'm not gonna clap at this. And then she started talking about targeting like the HBCU.
Yeah.
Like, why is there HBCU? And why is there not like a historically black white college or
Why
whatever?
is there not historically white college? They're called Ivy League schools. You know, bitch.
Well, not just that. I mean, like because
my bad. If I offended someone, oh well. But
yeah, but like
yeah,
at that moment, it's like that's the shut up pussy like award. Like
yeah,
like at that moment, it just like, yo, you just need to shut the fuck up and get the fuck go on with that shit. Like,
but that's that thing when you say you try to give her an excuse, but that's that thing when niggas just don't know their own history, man. And no, even though I'm an atheist, uh, I've heard people say, why there, all black churches? Because we weren't, historically we weren't allowed into those white spaces. So we had to create some way to find community. And also black churches were a lot of places where Negroes went to learn how to read and shit like that, back in the day, historically speaking. And the same thing with, hey, Lincoln University, where I graduated from today, is Black College University. You found that out, when you came down for my graduation. Thanks, Pimp. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, you had these. That even happened, man. Because I was going to nursing school, I was doing my clinicals. There was an old white. Did I tell you about that shit?
No, but we got to wrap this shit up, man.
We went off real quick. There was an old white woman in one of the nursing homes where we did our clinicals at, who was like, "Oh, you guys are from Lincoln? Well, they don't. Back in the day, they wouldn't let white people go there." And I wanted like, what an interesting way to look at it. Like, no, white people have always been allowed to go to HBCUs. It's been the other way around, and that's why we had to create those historical black colleges and universities. But at the same point in time, historically speaking, a lot of white folks didn't want to go there because of the stigma of going to a HBCU. So, God bless her poor, racist, old white heart. May she be. Hopefully, she choked on the fucking pill and she's not with us any longer. Who knows? But yeah. Fuck you, Wendy, and I hope you enjoy your bowl of dicks for being 30 pieces.
Just and then just to like add to that, I'm glad that Chevy pulled her fucking endorsement, basically cut the funding.
Yeah.
So, and guess, and to everybody's surprise, that not the head of Chevrolet, but the agency that was responsible for getting that deal in place for her, the head person of that agency is a black woman that went to an HBCU.
Yes.
I believe she went to.
How you gonna tell me we gotta get out of here? Here you are.
Hold on, man. See, that's that bullshit. Though. Brown lives matter, bro. Anyway,
no, I said brown feelings matter.
but anyway, so I'm glad that she pulled her, and I think that I forget. I'm gonna get the person's name again, but the head person of the agency that got that sponsorship deal for her, or put it in place for her. He ultimately gave her the Shut Up Pussy Award.
Right.
Honestly. So I'll give her a shout out. So I'll get her name
one day. All right, and then we're gonna go into our shout outs, our tweet out. So I don't know what we're calling this, but basically it's people who get with us through Twitter or whatever means and let us know what's up. I know you remember Specialist Whitehead.
I mean, yeah, I remember Whitehead.
Yeah, well, Jonathan at I don't know, since what is it? Jonathan at SINCENDI Since Diary? Cinderary? I don't know. Hey man, let me know what this username is. But hey, he hit me up on the direct message. He was the one saying that some of the sound fucked up. Thank you for persevering and getting through it. New episode coming out. Hope you enjoy it. And then also Dr. Jason DeSims. Oh shit, we didn't made it. We got a doctor following us. But no, for real, I know you haven't met him, man. But if you were still with the unit, man, you would like him, man. He's a real good dude, great officer. One of those officers that kind of gets in there and gets things done. Always wanting to know, how to do the little things. Wanting to see the enlisted side of it. Because like he said, you never know. I might be somewhere where I don't even know how shit y'all do. I can't be relying on. There's always going to be a specialist or a private or a sergeant to show me how to do it. And I mean, funny dude, down to earth dude. So I'm saying dude, but actually he is my ranking officer. So thank you, sir, for listening, giving us some time. Also, thank you again, Jonathan, for giving us some time. That's all I got, man.
That's it?
Yeah, for me, I don't know if you had anybody to hit you up.
Nah, but I want to shout out to this Betsy Dotson 44872 for liking our tweet. I don't know if you're a robot or not. It's at Dotson 44872.
Betsy Dotson, that do sound like some pornography, dog. You might
it says don't like my attitude? ? You can call me at 1-800 kiss my ass.
Yeah, that sound like that. You call that number. Them boys hop out the motherfucking ceiling, come get your ass.
So, but no, yeah, I mean, and everybody else that listen to it, but like, I know, Eliza, you know who you are. Hi, but I know you wanted us to talk about. Hello, I love you, Jamie. I love you. I still love you.
This motherfucker, man, don't be motherfucking pitching woo on the job.
But anyway, I know she wanted to touch up. I don't know if she was being funny about it, but talking about that, the soccer player that was like blatantly groping another man's genital area.
I forgot about that shit.
We didn't do that this time, but we may address it.
We can talk about that later, man. Maybe we can find like a whole thing about inappropriate fucking celebrations and shit. I don't know, but yeah, that dude, yeah, that nigga was treating that man that's like a Pokemon, dog. He was trying to catch all the balls, dog. All the balls, dog.
He's not just.
That nigga had the Franks and the beans in his hand, dog. He put Chris Paul and Draymond Green to shame, dog.
Damn, no, you took the words right out of my mouth, dog.
Damn.
Hashtag Chris Paul, hashtag Draymond
Green, dog. He gave birth to them niggas, dog. He is the Obi-Wan Kenobi to them niggas, dog.
But yeah, that's all I have for Twitter shout out, man.
All right. But shit, man, I appreciate it, man. The therapy was good. Hopefully I won't go to work tomorrow and slap no white people.
What? What'd you say? I completely black tuned you out for a second. No.
I said I said, hopefully I won't go to work tomorrow except no white people, dog. That'd be a shame.
All right. Well, he won't. Well, are you gonna eat, man?
I'm just joking. I ain't slapping
Listen,
nobody. I'm good.
anyway, Dad, shout out Topper 6. I don't know what we're gonna call this episode. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out on the back channels. Don't even put them in here. It's already been 2 hours of their life to get away. The motherfuckers probably sleep right now anyway.
Wake your ass up.
Wake up, nigga. Wake up. Anyway. All right, pimp, man. I'm going to holler at you next time we do this here thing in about a week or so.
Enjoy the little music, man.
All right. Nigga Rockin' Podcast. We out, y'all.